What happens if you let an AI build your squad, pick the tactics, and run the entire Champions League campaign? Today we're finding out if ChatGPT can take control of a real club and win it all. First, I asked ChatGPT to pick a team that's never won the Champions League but still has potential to do it. They chose Arsenal, a team packed with talent but still chasing the elusive European crown. Next, I asked ChatGPT what formation it wanted to use and went with the 4-2-3-1 narrow, a compact technical setup with emphasis on dominating the midfield. And then I asked for the tactical preset. They went with the tiki-taka. This AI wants to bring back the peak Barcelona style, short passes, relentless possession, and slicing through defenses. Now that ChatGPT has its tactic locked in, it was time to strengthen the squad. I gave it £137 million to make 3 signings, no more, no less. And here is who it went for. First, it got Ferdi Carglu, cost us around £30 million. Then we signed Xavi Simons, who cost us around £60 million. And then we got Santiago Jimenez, again, who cost us around £60 million. Just under budget and honestly, not a bad trio. With the squad locked in and the tactics set, ChatGPT in full control, it's time to see if this AI mastermind can conquer Europe. Now, game 1. Arsenal took out Bergamo Casio, and a wild back and forth match saw it end in a 2-2 draw. Not the worst start, but not the statement we were hoping for. A massive test now against PSG, and this time ChatGPT Tiki-Taka Masterclass came through. Arsenal stunned the French Giants with a 3-1 win. Now, game 3 against Shakhtar Donetsk, a snooze fest, 0-0 draw with 2 points dropped, sadly. And then against Inter Milan, a tough opponent, and Arsenal just couldn't hang on a 2-1 loss. Things were looking shaky. Now, game 5, Arsenal versus Sporting, needed a bounce back, and they didn't take it. It ends in a draw. Not a great campaign so far for Arsenal. Game 6 against Monaco, back to winning ways, 3-0 win against Monaco. Game 7 against Dynamo Zagreb. Momentum is building right now. Arsenal made it 2 wins in a row with a solid 2-0 win against Zagreb. And in the last game of the league stages, Arsenal win against Girona 3-1. 3 wins on the bounce, just in time for that. And after all 8 matches, Arsenal finished 10th overall in the Champions League group stage table, which means one thing: they're heading to the playoffs. In the first playoff game, they're going against Club Brugge, so this should be an easy one, and ended 1-1 in the first game. Now in the second leg is home. They need this, and Arsenal delivered a 3-0 win in front of the home fans, and ChatGPT sides move on to the round of 16. But in the round of 16, things took a painful twist. Remember PSG that we beat them 3-0? They came back swinging. First leg we lost 2-1 against them, and in the second leg at home, again a 2-1 defeat. Just like that, ChatGPT's first Champions League run comes to an end in the round of 16. Despite flashes of brilliance and a late group stage surge, ChatGPT falls short in season 1. But this challenge isn't over yet. We got one more season, 3 more transfers, and 1 last shot at USL glory. Season 2, the falling short in the round 16 last year, ChatGPT is back and is making big changes. This time, the AI went bold, selling Santiago Jimenez, Mikel Merino, and Ferdi Kadioglu, 2 signings they made last season, and bringing in Boniface, Joao Neves, and Alejandro Balde. Now, I'm not gonna lie, ChatGPT might be cooking with this lineup. But talk is cheap. Let's see how this squad performed where it matters under the lights of the Champions League. Game 1 against Basel, and a statement start, 4-1 win. Arsenal are flying. Next stop, Bayern Munich, and it's a hard-fought draw, 1-1. Third game, Inter Milan, we lost against them last year, and it's another 1-1 draw. Slavia Praha, Arsenal grind out a 3-2 win, tense but 3 points secured. Game 5 against another European giant, And it's a draw. The Arsenal still unbeaten, but they need a big finish. And against the team that knocked us out last year, this year a 2-2 draw. No revenge, but still fireworks. They then came Leipzig for game 7, and this was Arsenal's most dominant performance yet. 3-0 win. That's 7 games without a loss in the Champions League. Game 8 versus Dynamo Zagreb, and Arsenal finished strong with a 3-2 win. And guess what? Undefeated in this Champions League group stage. Arsenal finished 8th overall, which means no playoff this time. They're straight through to the round of 16. And in the round of 16, game 1 is against Atletico Madrid, a massive 2-1 win away from home. In the second leg, another 2-1 victory. Arsenal are into the quarterfinals, and now they face Borussia Dortmund. But we got bad news. In the first leg, they end in a 2-1 loss. In the second leg, Arsenal drew. And just like that, the dream dies. So ChatGPT fails the Champions League challenge, but it's not all doom and gloom. Arsenal win the Premier League, their first title in 22 years. That's not failure, that's progress. Xavi Simons finishes 3rd in the Golden Boot race with 19 goals. And get this, Josko Guardiola, the center back, scores 17 goals in the league. Odegaard finishes top assister with 12, and Xavi adds 10 more. This is how the team ended up, and honestly, if I give ChatGPT a few more years, I genuinely think it could win the Champions League. But rules are rules. ChatGPT had 2 full seasons, 6 transfers, and complete control over tactics. And while it couldn't deliver Champions League glory, it did something Arsenal haven't done in over 2 decades. The Premier League title shows it got division, but maybe not the Champions League clutch. Let me know in the comments, should we give ChatGPT another shot? Maybe with a different club or even a 5 full year plan. Hit the like button, subscribe for more experiments like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.